You won't believe what happened to them after 53 years. They were legends, but time changed everything. Some are forgotten, some are gone, and their stories will break your heart. Marlon Brando died alone. John Cazale, brilliant but brief, was taken by cancer. What happened to the cast of The Godfather is more shocking than fiction. This is Then and Now, the cast of The Godfather, a video you simply can't look away from. Number 1. Marlon Brando as Vito Corleone, the quiet force behind the family, calm, feared, and always in control. Admiringly, every scene with him was unforgettable. At 48, Brando gave a performance for the ages, but his real life unraveled, scandals, isolation, and loss. In 2004, he died alone. A legend lost in silence. Number 2. Al Pacino as Michael Corleone. He started as a reluctant outsider, soft-spoken, distant from the family business. But betrayal and blood turned him into the ruthless heir. His transformation was chilling, unforgettable. Al Pacino delivered a career-defining role, but unlike others, his fame endured. He went on to become one of the most respected actors in history. Today, in his 80s, Pacino remains a living legend, still working, still commanding attention. Number 3. James Caan as Sonny Corleone. Hot-headed, impulsive, and fiercely loyal, Sonny was the muscle of the Corleone family. His brutal death became one of the most iconic scenes in film history. At 32, James Caan was catapulted to fame, but after the spotlight faded, his career struggled to find the same magic. He passed away in 2022 at the age of 82, remembered as the fiery heart of the family. Number 4. Robert Duval as Tom Hagen. The calm voice of reason in a world ruled by violence, Tom Hagen wasn't born into the family, but he became its moral compass. Robert Duvall delivered subtle strength on screen. His career thrived long after The Godfather, earning him Oscars and global respect. Now in his 90s, he lives quietly, a legend still among us. Number 5. Diane Keaton as Kay Adams. She was Michael's love, then his conscience, then his greatest loss. Kay was the emotional weight of the story, trapped between truth and loyalty. At 26, Diane Keaton brought vulnerability and fire to the role. Her career soared, and she became an icon in her own right. Today, she continues to act and inspire, never fading from view. Number 6. Talia Shire as Connie Corleone. From the fragile little sister to a woman hardened by betrayal, Connie's journey was one of quiet transformation and buried pain. Talia Shire stepped out of her brother Coppola's shadow and into cinematic history. She later shined again in Rocky, becoming a symbol of strength and resilience. She remains a respected name in Hollywood. Number 7. John Cazale as Fredo Corleone. Fredo was weak, desperate to matter, and doomed by his own insecurity. His betrayal was unforgivable, and his final scene unforgettable. At 37, John Cazale gave one of the most heartbreaking performances in film. He made only 5 movies, all Oscar nominated, but cancer took him in 1978 at just 42. Brilliant, brief, and gone too soon. Number 8. Richard S. Costalano as Clemenza. He was loyal, lethal, and legendary for one line: "Leave the gun, take the cannoli." Clemenza was old-school mafia, trusted and dangerous. Costalano shined in his role, but never returned for the sequel due to disputes. He faded from the spotlight and died of a heart attack in 1988 at just 55. Number 9. Sterling Hayden as Captain McCluskey. Corrupt, violent, and doomed, McCluskey was the face of dirty power. His murder marked Michael's point of no return. At 56, Hayden brought grit to the screen, but his real life was even more turbulent. War hero, actor, and rebel. He died in 1986, leaving behind a life stranger than fiction. Number 10. Abe Lagota as Salvatore Tessio. Tessio was trusted until he wasn't. His betrayal was quiet, calculated, and ultimately fatal. At 51, Abe Lagota turned a few short scenes into cinematic gold. He became a beloved TV figure afterward and lived to 94, long enough to outlive the rumors of his own death. Number 11. Alex Rocco as Mo Green. Flashy, arrogant, and loud. Mo Green was Vegas ambition with no respect for tradition. His end was one of the film's most memorable. At 36, Alex Rocco embraced the role and became a familiar face in crime films. He died of cancer in 2015, leaving behind a tough guy legacy.
Number 12. Lenny Montana as Luca Brasi.
Luca was the Corleone's enforcer, silent, deadly, and utterly loyal. His brutal death sent a chilling message: no one is untouchable. A former professional wrestler, Lenny Montana brought real menace to the role. But acting was never his full-time path. He died of a heart attack in 1992.
I only, someone
Remembered for one unforgettable role.
Number 13.
Al Latiieri as Sollozzo. Sollozzo was smooth, cunning, and dangerous. A drug dealer who underestimated Michael and paid the price. Al Latiieri was a rising star of villainy on screen, but off-screen his time was short. He died of a heart attack in 1975, just 3 years after the film's release.
Number 14. John Marley as Jack Woltz.
Arrogant and powerful, Woltz was a Hollywood mogul who learned the hard way. Never crossed the Corleones. The horsehead scene became legend. John Marley, already an Oscar-nominated actor, gave the role sharp intensity. He passed away in 1984 due to heart failure, but his scene still shocks audiences today.
Number 15. Morgana King as Mama Corleone.
She was the quiet matriarch, the steady hand behind the men, the voice of tradition in a violent world. Morgana King was a jazz singer before stepping into film. After The Godfather, she returned to music. She died in 2018 at the age of 87, her legacy tied to both voice and screen. Number 16. Johnny Russo as Carlo Rizzi. Carlo was the traitor within, the abusive husband who sold out the family. His end was as brutal as his betrayal. At 29, Johnny Russo made his acting debut in The Godfather. Though not a professional actor at first, he continued to appear in crime films and claimed real-life mafia ties. He is still alive today, known for both his role and his mysterious path.
Number 17. Simonetta Stephanelli as Apollonia Vitelli Corleone.
Apollonia was young, beautiful, and innocent. Michael's first wife, lost in an instant to a car bomb meant for him. At just 18, Simonetta Stephanelli became a symbol of tragic love. But fame was not her path. She soon left Hollywood and chose a quiet life in Italy, away from the spotlight. Decades have passed, but The Godfather still speaks to something deep within us. About family, about power, about time. We watch them rise. We watch them fall. And in the end, we watch them change. Some are still with us, some are gone, but all of them, every face, every voice, left something behind that will never fade. This wasn't just a movie, it was a legacy, one written not just in film reels, but in memory. Because time moves on, but greatness echoes. And though the cast may be scattered, their stories remain, etched into the hearts of those who remember. This is then and now. And this was The Godfather. Now we ask you, what film do you want to revisit next? What cast, what story, what memory should we bring back to life? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're listening. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories where the past still speaks.